So I don't usually make videos just about my normal runs, but this isn't a normal run exactly. So I'm making a video about my long run this week because I decided that I wanted to go somewhere a little cooler. I'm tired of the warm weather in Florida and I wanted to do at least one, maybe two runs somewhere a little cooler because I do have a race coming up. It's going to be in a cool area, I hope. Toronto, typically pretty cool, at least when you compare it with Florida. So I wanted to go somewhere just to feel good about my run, to practice running in a cooler area. So that's what we're doing today. Right now I'm at TPA. We are getting on a flight up to Dallas and then we're going on to our final destination. And you'll find out where that final destination is in, well, probably less than a minute once I stitch everything together. But I'm going to this place so I can knock out my long run. I have 20 miles on tap, or at least I'd like to do 20 miles. I'd be happy with 18, but if the weather feels as good as I'm expecting it's gonna feel, I'm gonna be very happy to do 20. So that's the plan. Come along for the ride. Plane time is perfect time to do some editing. Guys, I want to know when the last time you were on a plane that was almost empty. This plane is only about half full. Look at all these empty seats. Looks like only first class is totally full. This is going to be a comfortable flight. So we just arrived in Dallas. We have about an hour before our connection. I know at this point it seems like a lot of trouble to go to do a long run, but it's going to be worth it. When I get to run in these cool temperatures, it's definitely going to be worth it. Almost there. Alright, I realize at this point that you don't know where I'm going. Unless you follow me on Strava, then you have probably already seen where my run was. But if you haven't seen it, I'm going to give you a clue right now. Where I'm going is right on this board behind me. So if you can't wait another, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds for me to actually arrive at my final destination, the final destination is listed on this board. So press pause, zoom in, and you'll be able to see. We'll be able to see several cities, but one of them is where I'm going. I am really milking this, right? Oh, and I'll give you a clue where I'm going. The place I'm going actually has a good bike path, and that is what I want to run on. That's actually the reason I'm going to do this run, because I want to run on their bike path. Let's get this show on the road and actually head a little further north. Oh, there's another clue. Okay, we just arrived at a hotel. We're staying at the Hilton Garden Inn in downtown Burlington, Vermont. So tomorrow morning, I'll be going out for that long run on the Burlington bike path. Right now, Harmony is checking into our room. She's getting our keys, and then I'll give you a quick room tour. That seems like something fun to do, right? All right, she's calling me, come on. All right, guys, this is the room. Pretty standard hotel room right now. Big king bed. This, oh, look at this. We've got a Keurig machine. That's nice. Plenty of storage space for the couple of days that we're here. There is a microwave and a fridge down here, which is always nice. Let's take a look in the bathroom. Oh, nice shower. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Let's have a look. Nice big TV, which won't even be turned on. A desk, somewhere to sit, and let's just. It's quite a view of the office space next door in the parking garage. This is where we're going to be calling home for the next couple of days. Tomorrow is the run. The run is the reason I came. Well, not the real reason, but the reason for this video. Let's go do something else. Okay, we're actually pretty tired right now because we've been walking around town all day, but now we are at the Skinny Pancake for dinner, and we've ordered, so I'll show you what we get when we get it. But I ordered something called the Veggie Monster, which is a savory crepe stuffed with veggies, and I also ordered a full dinner salad because the side salad just wasn't big enough, and I'm hungry. I have to fuel for tomorrow's run. What did you order?
I ordered the apples and brie savory crepe. Oh my god, it sounds so good. And
sounds pretty good.
Also a huge salad. We're starving. We haven't had a meal all day. I had like nuts.
No, we've just been
raisins.
snacking on the plane.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what we get. I think it's going to be pretty good. All right, our food has just been delivered, but I did just want to point out that I'm wearing this vest that was sent to me by Nathan, and I put it on even though it is still 70 degrees out. But it's still a little chilly for me coming from Florida, and
especially on the water. We're getting that breeze right off.
Well, you're right. The breeze makes it justifiable, and I'm glad I wore it now. But the food has been delivered, and so I'm just gonna kind of run the camera over it and show you. So this is my salad. Look, I know it's a lot of food. We both ordered the big full dinner salad, but we are gonna be able to bring it back to the hotel because, as you know, we have a fridge.
Oh, we're gonna devour it all. Stop.
This is my salad, my crepe, which I don't know, it doesn't look like much from the outside, but all the goodness is on the inside. And then this is the apple. What else is it?
It's brie, apple, and blueberry compote. I just found out. And look at this salad. Oh my god.
The salad looks pretty good, but the crepes are what it's all about. So I'm not going to make you watch us eat, but we're checking after. We're either going to get a creemee or we're going to Ben & Jerry's for dessert. So we'll decide then.
A maple creemee.
Isn't it just called a creemee here?
Well, does everybody know what a creemee is? It's a maple.
I think it's just called a creemee, but it's maple ice cream. We just finished dinner, and that Veggie Monster crepe was probably one of the best things I've ever had. Now we're walking down. We're right down by Lake Champlain in Burlington, and if you look over here, there is a sign on top of a building that says creamies. So that's where we're gonna go, and we're gonna see about getting something sweet for dessert. You down?
Oh my god, yes.
All right, I hate to say it, but I think Harmony was right because we just rolled up on this sign and it does say maple creamies. I just thought it was a creamy, but it's a maple creamy. Okay, so that's what we're getting right now.
Okay.
We're walking down to the waterfront and it's almost sunset. The sun is setting over the Adirondacks. It is absolutely stunning. Let me just show you that. Oh, it is gorgeous. And we have our creamies, and all right, mine is starting to melt, so it's almost time to eat it. Okay, we're gonna walk down to, there's some driftwood benches down on the beach.
Oh my god,
and I think this is gonna be pretty perfect.
Yum! Here's some.
Cheers. All right, it doesn't get much better than this. Gorgeous sunset, some nice creamies. Life is good. All right, and this is fuel for my long run tomorrow, remember that. I think this is the most delicious thing I've ever had.
It's so good.
All right, it is the morning of my long run. I'm up. This is actually my favorite time in a hotel lobby when it's totally empty. This is the restaurant, and we do have a breakfast buffet included in our hotel stay. So I'm looking forward to getting done with my long run and then coming back and eating a lot of food. Because last night I had to fuel for this run, and then in a couple hours I'm gonna have to recover from this run. So it's all good. Right now it is 54 degrees out. It's about 5:30 in the morning, I think. No, it's about 20 to 6. So another 5 minutes and I'll get going, but it's 54 degrees, so ideal running weather. Sunrise isn't for, I think, another hour. So I will run down to the bike path and then start heading up towards the causeway. When the sun comes up, I'll take some running footage, but it's time to get going. I gotta be honest, I'm not feeling like it. I woke up this morning and I thought, I don't feel like going for a run, but I came all this way, so I may as well. So guys, I'm about 5 miles in, just coming up on the Winooski River Bridge, and it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Look at this day, and the twilight lasts so long. Like when I'm running down in Florida, it's like you flick a switch and the sun's high in the sky. It's been getting light for hours. All right, I've got about 5 miles until the end of the line, the cut. That's where the ferry takes you to the other side, but that's my turnaround point. That'll be 10 miles and then it's 10 miles straight back. All right, catch you up in a bit. All right, I'm about 7 miles in, and this part here is just gravel trail. It's a rail to trail, so it used to be the old railway. It's nice and gravelly, so it's a little softer than just cement, and there's a nice tree canopy. And I don't know, I should be coming up on the causeway anytime now. I haven't looked at my map, but I think it's coming up pretty soon, and then it'll just be wide open views of Lake Champlain. I'm looking forward to that bit. All right, on the causeway, this is the part of the run. This is probably, I don't know, 6 miles, so about 10k. It's all going to be like this with the lake on both sides. This is the part I was looking forward to the most, and it did not disappoint. It is so gorgeous, and it looks like the sun hasn't come over the trees yet, so the light it doesn't get any more perfect than this. I gotta say, this morning's run is one of my better runs that I've done. Check out this sunrise coming over the lake, and then I've got a lake on this side, and let me just show you the bike path. Isn't that stunning? The bike path just goes right out into the lake. Oh, what a good time. Every run should be like this. There's some kind of hawk flying right next to me. See that sunrise? Stunning. And the weather is perfect. I'm starting to sweat just a little bit, but it's a nice sweat, not like a soaking sweat like back home. Oh, I could get used to this. All right, I'm coming to the end of the line. Here it is. Let me stop my watch. Okay, this is the cut. So this allows all the boats from this side to move into the main area of Lake Champlain, and then vice versa, they can go back. There is you can see the dock right there, and then there is another dock on the other side. And in the summer, they have a ferry service that joins the two parts of the causeway. But for now, there is no ferry, so I have run 10 miles out to get to this point. Now it's time to turn around and go 10 miles back. Now that I'm stopped and talking to you, I may as well have a snack. I did bring some Cliff Blocks with me. They're so good. It's funny because it's so much colder here. The Cliff Blocks are a lot harder. They're like super gummy. When I have them at home in Florida, they kind of melt a little more. This isn't gonna turn out well on the GoPro, but we got gorgeous views of the Adirondacks on that side, and then the Green Mountains right over here, but the sun is probably blocking that from view. All right, I think it's time to head back. I was starting to notice I was feeling a bit tired, but I'm actually okay. I think 10 miles back is gonna be all right. Well, at least until 15, and then that last 5, that's when things will start to get difficult, but I'm not gonna get there unless I start. Come on. I just ticked over mile 15, and legs are feeling pretty good. I think they're definitely getting sore, but that's to be expected after 2 hours of running. So yeah, I'm really having a good day. The views are just spectacular. I was going to moan to you guys about not seeing any runners on the bike path, but then since I left, there goes a runner right now. That's the 6th runner I've seen since I turned around at the end at the cut. So I guess maybe I got started a little early and there weren't people out that early, but now they're starting to pour out. So I've covered 5 miles since the cut, and I've seen 6 runners. So it's not too bad. Only 1 biker. Cyclists like to sleep in. All right, we're coming up on the Winooski River Bridge again. All right, I guess 5 miles to go. I'll check in when I'm back in town. I'm at about mile 18 now, and I take back what I said about no one being out on the bike path, because, well, I guess it's Sunday, so people may sleep in a little, but there have been, I don't know, 100 bikers, and I've probably seen another 10, 11, 12 runners. I don't know, I wasn't counting, but seemed like a lot of runners, so people are getting out there and using the bike path, which I'm not surprised. If you live here and you're off from work, yeah, there's no point getting up so early when you're not getting the cooler temperatures. That's the reason I go so early back home in Florida, is to avoid the heat of the day. Right, almost done, 2 miles to go. Oh, as an aside, it seems like I've been running uphill for a while. I didn't notice this uphill when I was running down it. It's funny that hills are remarkably easier going down than going up. All right, almost there. 15 minutes of running to go. Then it's breakfast time. Now we're going down the hill, down to the marina, 19 miles. 1 mile to go. Almost there, and I'm feeling pretty good. This has been a good long run. Hey, if you're from Vermont, or really anywhere in New England, I guess, it can't just be for the state, but is it unusual for other runners to wave at other runners, or bikers, or people out walking to just greet each other on the trail? I say hi to everybody. I say good morning, I wave, I nod. More than half the people have totally ignored me. So I want to know, is that normal? Or am I the weirdo from out of town who's just waving at everyone like a happy, goofy stranger that doesn't know that people just ignore each other here? And let me know. Alright, that's the marina behind me. That means I'm close. There's the Skinny Pancake right over there. That's where we had dinner. The Creemee place is right over there. If it were open, I would definitely be getting one right now as like a recovery snack. But I guess a full breakfast as soon as I get back to the hotel is gonna have to suffice. I'll get another Creemee later. And that's a wrap, 20.2 miles. Now I do have to say, I did kind of cop out by walking up this hill. I kind of stopped just a little ways up it so I could walk up, and I was justifying it by telling myself that I wanted to like cool down. I want to cool down after that run by walking back to the hotel, and the hotel is right behind me here, so I'm just about to go inside, shower, and then eat breakfast. But all in all, pretty good run. It's really refreshing to not feel utterly exhausted after running 20 miles, so that's good. Now don't get me wrong, my legs are nice and tired, but I could have run a few more if I had to, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good sign. All right, let me get inside, get cleaned up, and get something to eat. So I had originally planned to do a little more exploring with you guys, like taking you to breakfast, then to dinner, but breakfast wasn't like top notch, so I didn't want to put it on camera. And then Harmony and I've just been walking around all day and I'm utterly shattered. So we're about to go out for dinner, but you're not going to be there with us. All right, I know this is quite a jump, but it's the next day and I'm going out for another run. I am thinking, well, this run is definitely going to be easy. And the weather is just not as nice as it was yesterday. This is more like what I would expect typical weather in Vermont to be. It's cloudy. It's not chilly, but it's just a little wet. I think it was raining earlier and it's gonna rain later, but I'm hoping I can get this run done without getting caught in the rain. But if I do, so be it. I can't really complain about coming to Vermont and then moan about the rain. So I'm gonna get this run started and I'll be wrapping up this video pretty soon. Okay, let's get going, start these watches, and we're off. Easy does it in the beginning. I don't actually have a course planned the same way I did yesterday. I'm gonna go south on the bike path. Yesterday I went north up to the causeway. Today I'm going south, and it isn't as long going to the south. If it's a couple of miles, I'd be surprised, but I'll find out how far I can actually go. And maybe I'll just make up some time by turning around, coming back, and running north for a little bit again. But we'll see how it goes and how far I want to go. And if it starts raining, I may bag early, just because I'm a baby that way. Now this is just lovely, lots of tree canopy right here, and then we're coming right up back to the lake again with gorgeous views of the mountains. Not sure how well you can see it, but the clouds are hanging low in the valleys of the mountains across the lake. It's fantastic. So I came upon somewhere called Red Rocks Park. I didn't plan to come here, I didn't plan to go off-road, but it looks like I am going to get to do a little bit of trail riding, so let's go check it out. I don't know how big it is. Hold on, there's a map right over here. Okay, nice. Looks like it's a it's a pretty good loop. Let's see if I can make it out to the lake right over here. And then I'll turn around and I'll start heading home, and that should probably be about whatever I'm trying to run today. From the outside, I didn't expect to have this many hills, but I've been going up for a minute or two. I wonder what's up here. And there's not many trail markings and lots of trails going off every which way, so I'm just kind of running around. Hope I don't get lost, but I think this park is actually very small, so I think, you know, I run for 5 minutes, I'll find my way out of it. I have made several wrong turns already in this tiny woods, and I would take a little path off and it would lead me to like some houses. So I guess those little paths are just their access to the woods. But I think I'm on the right part now. I can see the water right in front of me. Yeah, things are lightening up. Now there should be another little trail that drops down to the lake, I think. I think this is the lake trail part of the loop. It's very short, but there is a nice lookout, and we're quite high right now. Yeah, this has to be it. What a view, what a view. Okay, there is an area over here. Oh, it says danger area closed. No jumping off rocks. Okay, well, I won't be doing that today. Okay, how far am I into this run? 4.9 miles, which means if I head right back now, it'll be about 10, which is good enough for the day. So I think I'll do that. Come on. All right, I've made it out of the woods. Very, very small woods. I'm looking forward to looking at this on a map and see where I actually ran. But I covered about 3 miles on the trails. Now it's just 3.5 miles back into town, and then we'll call it a day. So 3.5 easy miles on the road. Luckily for me, the trails are fairly easy, like not technical at all. So the Mark X that I'm wearing performed pretty well, no complaints. I didn't slip at all. Nice little addition to my run. I'm glad I stumbled across those woods. I realized I didn't close out this video when I finished running. So I wrapped up that run. I got back to the hotel room. I knocked out just over 10 miles, I think 10.1 miles. And I did pick up the pace slightly at the end because it was nice and flat and on roads. But overall, it was a surprisingly good run because I got to those trails. I was not expecting it, but yeah, that was a nice way to wrap up my time in Burlington, Vermont. So guys, I want to hear from you. Do you run when you go on holiday, when you go and visit somewhere new? Have you ever been to Burlington, Vermont? If you have, let me know in the comments. And with that, it's Matt B. This has been my running trip, my trip to Burlington, Vermont to do my long run. Be kind, be happy, run well. See you in a couple of days.